Ah, man, we here early. We early edition, the early edition. So with that being said, yeah. Yes, sir. We here. My fault. My fault. Got to check if the stream was working. But you already know the vibes. We back with another one. Welcome to another edition of What the Hell's Happening Sports, guys. It's your boy, the one and only NERO. Yes, sir. We back with another one, guys. Oh man, yeah, early edition. Rather get this done early. I was gonna actually wait until later in the night, but I honestly don't know if I'm gonna be able to go live tonight. Because obviously, like I mentioned yesterday, the Celtics do take on the Mavericks in Dallas later tonight. It'll be Cooper Flagg's first game against his hometown team. You feel me? So, um, you feel me? Big news indeed. Big news indeed. So that's why I wanted to get on here. Shout out to Chacho Plays. You already know the vibes, cuz yes, Sersky. That's why I wanted to get on here right now. So the recap for the Celtics most likely will be tomorrow, right? But obviously, some big news, like Chacho said, some big news, and we got to get to it because if you look at the title, moves happening ahead of the NBA trade deadline, and I'm gonna tell you, nigga, it was some moves, guys. Woo! No cap. Nah, there's been some news. There's been some news. You already know there's been some news. With that being said, we got to start. We got to start with the hometown team. We got to start with the hometown team, guys. We got to. We got to. So if you look right here, Bulls Celtics trade grades. Boston gets a center in Nikola. Can't even fucking talk. Nikola Vucevic. I called him Nuclear. I called him Nuclear. Nigga looked like a he looked like a nuke. Yeah. Yeah. So it happened. So Boston did get their center. Let's review this. Let's review this, y'all. Let's review this. Let's review this. This is from sportsillustrated.com. Liam McCone, 9 minutes ago. Says right here. ESPN Shams Charania reported on Tuesday afternoon that Boston is trading Anthony Simons and a second-round pick to Chicago in exchange for Nikola Vucevic and a second round. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So getting that out the way real quick, if you're tuning in on YouTube, like the video up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to @WTHH Sports. But we know it as What the Hell's Happening in Sports. But if you're on Twitch, or if you're on YouTube and want to see what's up with the Twitch in the future, you can find me on Twitch @WTHHS617. But yeah, y'all, like the video up, subscribe, follow me on Twitch. You already know the deal. Appreciate y'all. Now, getting this out the way. Yeah. Shout out to Beastly Beaner, Kush. You already know the vibes. Now here's the thing, right? Obviously, more moves were made earlier. Some more moves. The Bulls actually made a trade earlier today. Another trade earlier today for this one. This right here, we're going to go. Okay, let's focus on the Celtics, right? So there's two things about this. Anthony Simons was included, but actually, let me full screen it. There we go. Anthony Simons was included, right? Fine. We already knew that we were 99% sure he was going to be here next year because he's going to command top dollar. The Celtics probably were only going to give him the mid-level exception because naturally they're still, they were over. I believe they were still over the luxury tax. With him gone, now they're under the luxury tax. They're under the first apron. So for his efforts, right, you had to have traded him for a guy that was equivalent. And when I say equivalent, is a guy that, could bring similar value for him. The dream was to get a guy like a Wthhs Zubac from the Clippers. But when the trade that they offered the Clippers, same trade, except the second-round pick that the Celtics offered was a first-round pick. The Clippers are playing a lot better now, so that's probably why they didn't, take the bait, because they wanted to keep a Wthhs Zubac. To get a guy like Wthhs, who's 35 years old, is on an expiring contract, and the way he plays is okay because at least both these guys in this trade, they had this is a similar. There's two similarities to them. They play well on offense, but they're not great defensively. So you have Simons as a guard in this guard room right now with Derek White, with Peyton Pritchard, who was a third option. He came off the bench. He produced, but his minutes were sporadic. He'll play 20-something minutes one night. He'll play, 15 minutes another night. He'll play 30. He could play 30 minutes one night. He'll play 15 the next night. Like, it's sporadic. It wasn't always going to be consistent with Anthony Simons. At least with a guy like Wthhs, I don't know if Wthhs is going to start here. I don't. Because Neemias Queta, at least for what I've seen, and I'm sure everybody else in Celtics Nation has seen, he's young, but he looks like he's really here to stay. He's very valuable. He grabs rebounds, he blocks shots. He still can be developed more. I like him a lot. So I see Wthhs playing the same role as Simons and coming off the bench. He would play more minutes because the height he brings, his position, he's going to be there, right? Wasn't the second round picks numbered? What do you mean by that, Beasley? What do you mean by that? What up, Sports 2? How you doing, Kaj? I did not like the Celtics trading Simons. He was cooked. Yeah, no, I'm hip. I know. Yeah, I feel you, Sports 2. It's an interesting trade because, again, like I said, Wthhs is 35 years old. It's not like he's a young guy. He's 35 on an expiring contract. So he's good for the depth, yes, but I would have loved somebody younger. Wthhs Zubac would have been the guy. Maybe even a guy like a Yenka Okongwu or Wogu, whatever his name is, from the Hawks. But I don't think the Hawks would have balked on that because of Kristaps Porzingis already being there and Porzingis being hurt. So they probably wouldn't want to trade with the Celtics again because of that. You feel me? Shout out to the 6 people in here. Yes, sir. Say what's up in the comments, bro. Beasley said, did they have numbers like example 45? Oh, I see what you're saying, Beasley. So as of right now, they don't have. It's not numbered because what it'll do, I believe it becomes numbered right at the end of the season. So whatever, like the lottery picks will be already settled by the end of the season because all those teams missed the playoffs, right? Now, and now it's 12 teams. So 12 teams initially, no, 10 teams, excuse me. 10 teams are going to be in the hunt for the playoffs on each side, on each Eastern Conference and Western Conference. So by the end of the season, like right after the finals, that's when everybody figures out where their number is. But the first 14 picks, everybody will know once the regular season ends. Once the finals end, all the numbers are going to come out because we'll know who won the championship. We'll know where everybody in the playoffs actually fell in terms of records and all that. So yeah, it's not numbered yet. It's not numbered yet. But yeah, this trade, it's interesting. I don't hate it. I don't like it either. No cap. I don't like it. I wish they would have kept Simons until the end of the year. He was productive. He did what he had to do off the bench. Vucevic, I've always liked Vucevic, don't get me wrong. It's just he's older now, and his defense isn't the best. I know in this system, Mazzulla is going to focus on his defense. He'll get him better to a point, but I don't know. I don't know. No bullshit. Let me see real quick before I move on. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay. So, no. Here we go. So, in terms of grades, they gave out grades. So, for the Bulls, Tim, I think, was it Tim McCone? No, it's not Tim McCone. It is, let me go back up and make this guy's name. Liam McCone, excuse me. Going back down. So Liam McCone, he gave his grades. So the Bulls get a C+. This is what he said. Another deadline deal that doesn't move the needle for Chicago. The Bulls have proven active on the trade market over the last few years, but haven't consistently failed to get good value for the players they're sending out, usually because they trade them after their value peaked. Such is this case with Vucevic. The 35-year-old center is a poor defender, but has been a walking double-double throughout his years in Chicago, and he's a pretty good three-point shooter to boot, hitting 37.6 from deep on 4.5 attempts per game. There were rumors of plenty this time last year that the Bulls could get a first-round pick if they traded him. Well, it's obviously impossible to know what was true and what wasn't when it comes to the rumor mill of 2025. His value has certainly appeared higher back then. That's facts. So okay, here we go. Some more. So Chicago settles for trading him now, and in what is effective a one-for-one player swap since the picks cancel each other out. Simmons is a talented young player, but is a very similar architect to Kobe White, who is still on the roster and would presumably take touches away from the just acquired Ivies. We'll get into that. We'll get into that portion in a second. Simons will also be an unrestricted free agent next summer, so this could very well end up rental. The Bulls are 24-26 and don't figure to seriously contend this season, so it's not like they went out after the scoring garden effort to compete for a championship. It's puzzling, which has been the theme of Vice President of Basketball Operations, Arturas Karnisovas' tenure in Chicago. If the franchise was going to trade Vucevic, why not do it when his value was highest? And if right now was the only option they could really get an offer for the big man, why go after a young guard who won't be under contract after the season when there are already several such players on the roster? From a team building perspective, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Moving White would make more logical. But even then, they seem to be doubling down with both Simons and despite their redundancy. All right, so we will get, and I'm not going to continue to read that. We'll get into what else happened in a second. McCone gave the Celtics a C-. This appears to be a financial move for the Celtics that makes one of the East top teams worse in the short term. Yeah. Okay, first the positives. Vucevic is a good fit for what Boston needs right now. The C's were linked to just about every center available before the season, including Vucevic, after they lost nearly all their front court over the offseason due to trades and injuries. Once the game started, veterans Neemias Queta proved up to the challenge as a starter, and Luka Garza has been tremendous coming off the bench at times. But the center rotation is still sorely lacking compared to other contenders. In particular, Boston's rebounding was a sore spot to begin the year. Vucevic is a talented center, is a talented ball crasher who will help a lot there. Plus, he brings a stretch element to the offense that's been missing since the departures of Kristaps Porzingis and Al Horford. Pairing him with Queta and Garza gives Coach Mazzulla a much greater variety of lineups option to play with. All right, so here's the downside real quick. We're about to move on to everything else. It's not going to be a long live either. Now, the downsides. For all the justified concerns about the Celtics rebounding at the start of the season, they have patched things up. Boston now ranks 11th in rebounds per game and 6th in rebounding percentage. Gang rebounding might not win a playoff series, but as the Celtics have shown, it's good enough to survive in the regular season. And while Wthhs will be helpful offensively, he has always been a subpar defender. He's certainly worse than Kata in that regard. Losing Simon scoring off the bench is a big blow, too. Wthhs can score, but he can't fill it up like Simons, who showed off his flamethrower tendencies multiple times during his short tenure in Green. Boston now sorely lacks. Oh, Jesus. Boston now sorely lacks ball handling off the bench with Peyton Pritchard pressed to the starting duties. Thanks to Jason Tatum's absence as he recovers from a torn Achilles, the team's cadre off of bench wings has been a big success story thus far, but none possesses the skill set as Simons did. Yeah, all right. And like I said, real quick, the money factor cannot be ignored, though. Trading Simon's $27 million expiring deal for Wthhs, $21 million expiring deal saved the Celtics over $20 million in tax penalties and drops them below the first apron. When Boston acquired Simons over the offseason, it was widely expected he'd be traded for this exact purpose. But when the teams performed far better than anybody thought, it was fair to believe that might change. Apparently not. Yep. All right. So I'm not going to continue to read all that, but you get it. You do get it. You do get it. Let me get out of here real quick. Yeah, so it's kind of a lose. It's kind of a lose-lose on both ends. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. We got some more help, rebounding and even scoring down low. But yeah, to lose Simons is going to hurt coming off the bench. But yeah, we'll see. It's, like I said, the Celtics do take on the Mavericks tonight in Dallas. Let's see how tonight plays out. Tonight is going to be very interesting because even though the Mavericks aren't that great, they do have depth, and the depth off the bench tonight could kill us. No cap. It could very well kill us. All right, to move on real quick. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm really not. This was really going to be a quick live. Only going to be a real quick live. Tomorrow's should be longer. All right, some more trades that actually happened today. The Memphis Grizzlies. I can't even talk again. The Memphis Grizzlies. There we go. They made the first step to a significant rebuild earlier today. They traded Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Utah Jazz in a massive 8-player deal. The Grizzlies are also including John Conchar, Jock Landale, and Vince Williams Jr. in exchange for Walton Clayton Jr., Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, Georges Niang, and 3 future first-round picks. Now, this right here, truthfully, this right here, if you know me very well, if you know me personally, this is a moment that I'm like, like, yeah. Yeah, this is one of those moves. For real, this is one of those moves. Now, I will say this. The Grizzlies, for what they got, I think they could have gotten more. Player-wise. 3 future first-round picks is clutch because this year's is going to be high. I would have thought a guy like Isaiah Collier would have went to the Jazz. No, to the Grizzlies. Because I know Keontae George wasn't going to go. I know, what's his face? Lauri Markkanen is not going anywhere. Ace Bailey, those guys, Bryce Sensabaugh, I know they're not going anywhere. No cap, even a Bryce Sensabaugh, now thinking about it, even Isaiah Collier and Bryce Sensabaugh, I would have thought they would have been involved. But I guess not. But for the Jazz to get Jaren Jackson, the pair with Keontae George, Lauri Markkanen, I blanked on his name, Lauri Markkanen, Isaiah Collier now, Bryce Sensabaugh, Yusuf Nurkic for right now. Yusuf Nurkic is probably going to get traded at the deadline. But this right here sets the Jazz up for success in next year. I think next year the Jazz are definitely going to be way better, for sure now. The Grizzlies are tearing it down. They got their picks. They got some young players. They got Kyle Anderson, a veteran. George Niang, a veteran also. I believe this sets up for sure Ja Morant to be traded. I don't know who would take him, but Ja Morant should be traded by Thursday. No cap. He should be gone. So, you feel me? Now, with this trade, also, the Jazz are reportedly trading their most favorable 2027 first-round picks, which is facts. They also own the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, so literally, for what they got, okay. I see what they did. So, yeah, so they got the Cavaliers and Timberwolves, right? They own picks from them. I believe they gave those away. They gave the Lakers 2077 first round pick and Phoenix 23rd. Okay, yeah. So there you go. So yeah, those are actual. Yeah, so those first round picks are actually going to be clutch. They're going to be clutch for the Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies got to do right by them. Honestly, they got to do right by them. They got to pick the right guys. All right, so another trade that was made today, right after this one. The Detroit Pistons, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Chicago Bulls. It was low key mentioned in this last article I read from Sports Illustrated. Pistons, Timberwolves, and Bulls agreed to a 3-team trade. So Jaden Ivey and Mike Conley are going to the Bulls. Kevin Huerter, Dario Saric, and a 2026 first-round protected swap pick from the Timberwolves will be going to the Pistons. So yeah, the Timberwolves got under the first apron. But yeah, to see Jaden Ivey and Mike Conley go to the Bulls after, and then seeing Anthony Simons go to the Bulls, I low-key don't know what the fuck the Bulls are doing. I really don't. So it brings to question. It brings to question if, like I mentioned also, is Kobe White going to stay with the Bulls? Because if Kobe White stays, there's just too much depth. And mind you, Josh Giddey's already there. So I don't know what the Bulls are doing. Jaden Ivey is a good young player. He fell out of favor. He fell out of favor, excuse me, with the Pistons because of Cade Cunningham being Cade Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? So, and Asar Thompson doing his thing. So Marcus Hasler's been playing well too, and Ivy at the start of the year was hurt, and even last year got hurt. At the start of the year was hurt. You feel me? So. Yeah, he fell out of favor. I still believe in Ivy to a point, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the Bulls are doing. I really don't. And then rumblings, which could happen. The Clippers and Cavaliers have discussed a trade swap that would include James Harden for Darius Garland. We'll see what happens within the next couple days for that. But yeah, the NBA trade deadline so far is getting spicy. Getting spicy. It really is. It really is, chat. It really is. It's getting spicy. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. In other news, opening night of the Super Bowl was last night. I'm going to give you guys a few tidbits on what happened last night. So I got some clips for y'all. Got some clips for y'all. From NBC Sports Boston. Super Bowl opening night recap. Drake may downplay shoulder injury. This article, it's updated by a few people. Justin Legger, Tommy Curran, Phil Perry, Nick Goss, and Darren Hartwell. Curran and Perry are Pat's insiders for NBC Sports Boston. So here it is by Justin Ledger, may address his shoulder issue. Drake May shared an update on the soreness in his right shoulder, which has him questionable for the Super Bowl. This is what he said.
Yeah, feeling great. Yeah, feeling good. Was out there today. Got an extra day of work in for practice this day, and then from there, looking forward to get back out there the next couple of days. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'll be just fine. I threw a good bit. I threw as much as I would in normal practice, and felt great. And looking forward to getting back out there in the Wednesday and Thursday for practice again, and Friday, and get ready to get a normal week of prep. Turn the corner. I think turn the corner. Landing on the flight. Felt good from the flight, and throwing out there today. I think it's turned the corner, and you really had no doubt in being 100% for the game. This is a Super Bowl. We get 2 weeks to prepare for it. Do whatever it's got to do to get it right, and I've got confidence and feel good. So.
All right, so there you go. If he's turned the corner, he feels good. He feels good. This one, does Boston or Philly have better fans? Milton Williams weighs in. Here he is, Milton Williams on who's a better fan base, Philly or Boston.
I'll probably say New England is probably more passionate, but Philly fans, like, they don't care about that. They gonna do whatever. They gonna. It's like it's even, but like I feel like the Patriots fans, they don't want to get in trouble. Philly fans, they don't care about that. They don't care if they go to jail and do whatever.
So there you go, right there. Pats fans are more passionate. You feel me? JSN, he tidbit on him. Oh. Don't want that. Oh, okay, bad. So here's JSN.
Great. It's a blessing. I don't take it for granted. A lot of great players, great Hall of Fame players, great players, don't get to be able to be up on this stage. So for me to be able to do it at 23, it's a blessing. And, I give the glory to God, and, I'm going to take full advantage of this moment.
Did you have growing up as a kid, and did you imagine that you would be here one day?
Oh, definitely. Talking to my brother today, I envisioned this, for a very, very long time. So it feels like I kind of been here before, but it's just awesome living out the dream. It's a blessing. I don't take.
Well, there you go. So at least JSN, he feels blessed. Great player, all pro. All I got to say is Christian Gonzalez coming for the ass on Sunday, coach. No Diddy, nigga. He's coming for that booty. No K-Sean, cash. May ranks his wife Ann Michaels Bakeman's cookies. Okay. So he's gonna rank the cookies. Let's see.
Rank the cinnamon roll snickerdoodle. She just made those for the lineman this week. That's my number one. Puppy chow. I'll put puppy chow number 3. Pistachio bread. I think it's good. I'm not a fan. I'll put that at 4. And the crumble copycat sugar cookie, I'll put that at 2.
There you go, Mr. Drake. Drake May. My guy, my gosh. Oh yeah, if you want to tune into Ann Michael May's stuff, she usually does cooking stuff with Emma Pritchard, Peyton Pritchard's wife, or girlfriend. I think it's a wife. So yeah, it is wife. I'm stupid because. That's if you're tuning in. Yo, I'm stupid for that. I'm stupid. Her last name is Pritchard. Why the fuck am I calling him his girlfriend? Pause. Tatum coming back this year. I want I want Tatum to come back this year, Chacho. I do. But I don't know if it's going to happen because I think he actually wants to sit. I want that smoke. Fuck Jay and said, yeah, fuck that. This nigga took for me mad times, Kaish. No bullshit. But now for Tatum, I hope he does see the floor. I really do. I hope so. I mean, then that just shows that adding Vucevic, it'll be, for Vucevic to be here now, having Jason Tatum comes back, that lessens the blow in this trade. You feel me? But yeah, I hope somehow, some way, Jason Tatum finds his way back on the court. Thoughts on Bill and Melinda Gates? Well, I don't really give a fuck about Bill Gates or Shorty. I don't know, guys. We don't do that on here. No bullshit, my nigga. Continue. Shout out to Carter, though. Shout out to my guy, Carter. Darnold shares high praise for May. Share this.
Great guy. I was able to spend.
Hold on. Play it back.
No, Drake's a great guy. I was able to spend a little bit of time with him at the Pro Bowl last year, and he's a great guy. And Michael, his wife, is awesome as well. So yeah, they just got a great family over there going right now, and Drake's a great dude. Like I said, was able to hang out with him for a little bit. So he's a great guy, obviously a great football player, and it seems like he's a great leader as well for his team. So can't say enough good things about Drake.
There you go.
A great guy.
High praise right there. For let me get back to this. My fault, chat. My fault. This shit bugged out on me. I'm dumb. There you go. There we go. All right, boom. Change the camera. But yeah, so high praise right there. High praise right there for from Sam Darnold on Drake May. Here we go. Let's see what they got to say right here. Sam Darnold and Drake May discuss the challenges of the defense they will face on Sunday. I am at work. Yes, I am at work. It's an early live today. I'm gonna be done with this in the next couple minutes because I gotta leave soon. So yeah, early live today. Getting this over with. I'm probably not gonna be live later, so that's why. But the Celtics Mavs recap, if not later, will be tomorrow. Could be early, could be at night. We'll see. Oh, can't hear the vid? Hold on. How about now? Still can't hear the vid? All right, bet. So if that's the case, fuck it. That's the case. We're done with this then. We're done with this because I might as well just. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just got the update too. That the shit's bugging. That's fine. But basically in that last video, they were talking about the defenses. Sam Darnold. I couldn't really hear Drake Mays. Well, I didn't get to Drake Mays, but we'll look at that. We'll look at that tomorrow, most likely. But yeah, Darnold basically just said that for the defenses, he's played, him and the Pats have played common opponents on defense and whatnot. So, they face similar defenses on both, at least offensive wise for both teams. But obviously they haven't played each other, so they don't know what they're gonna get. But he does know that the Pats defense, is legit. That's basically what he said. But with that being said, I might as well get out of here now since it was bugging. And I am leaving work in a few minutes. It's currently 5:50 at the moment. So yeah, I'm about to be out of here. With that being said, this has been another edition of What the Hell is Happening in Sports. It's your boy, the one and only NERO. Yes, sir. We were on an early one today. Shout out to Beastly Beater in the chat. Shout out to Chacho. Shout out to Carter as well. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Can't forget about Sports Tool as well. Appreciate you, buddy. But yeah, we'll be back with another one tomorrow, most likely. Could be today, but most likely tomorrow. Got shit to do when I get to the crib. So, yeah, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you haven't already, like the video up, subscribe to the channel. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to What the Hell is Happening in Sports at WTHH Sports. If you want to see what's up on Twitch, follow me on Twitch. You can search up at WTHHS617. You can find me there on Twitch. But yeah, I'm going to catch y'all. Peace. I love y'all. And I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side, guys. Yes, sir.